Welcome back everybody to Extreme Power No Handling, and today we're dealing with the 1972 Reliant Supervan 3. So this is well known for its characteristic of having a single front wheel with rear wheel drive going through the back obviously. So it's made out of fiberglass, so it doesn't weigh very much at 1,141 pounds, but it now has 668 horsepower and 682 pounds-feet of torque from its 2-litre inline-4 turbocharged engine. So yeah, this was well known for easily being able to fall over, so I'm expecting this to fall over here on this series. So yeah, let's take a look at the stats before we get into this. So yeah, as you can see, the handling and the braking are pretty poor. Acceleration is decent, and so is the launch. Top speed is pretty good as well, because we've now had to swap in a new gearbox. Had to swap in a 5-speed, otherwise it would have only done about 103 at the top end, which would have been quite unfair given that plenty of other cars on this series so far have been able to do way more than that. So yeah, let's see how we're going to do here. I'm not expecting this to be as quick as the DeLorean from the previous episode, because I had the advantage of having 4 wheels, and yeah, that at least was a decent handling car in stock form. So yeah, this wasn't a decent handling car in stock form, and now it's got way more power. So yeah, this is probably going to fall over. Nearly going there now. Now obviously we could have put the stabilisers on this, but I feel that would have been unfair, especially since there are other cars on this game that we might well take out on this series that might also be able to fall over, but they don't have the option of having stabilisers. So I felt like it would be unfair to give this that advantage, so that's why I've not got them on. So yeah, gonna have to be very cautious with this round corners. Now, obviously, in upgraded forms with slick tyres and the like, it's far easier to get this to roll over because it will just simply grip roll. In stock form, obviously, it has less in the way of grip, so it's not always going to try and fall over, but it doesn't take very much to get it to fall over, especially now that we've got more than 600 horsepower extra over its stock form. So oh dear, there we go again. Just trying desperately. In a straight line though, this is actually reasonably quick. 0 to 60 is dealt with in 6.907 seconds. 0 to 100 is dealt with in 10.367 seconds, and we'll go to a top speed of 171 miles an hour, which I imagine would be incredibly frightening in this car. As you can see, it was wise to change the gearbox, as we are able to get up to more than 103. So not by a country mile, but at least we're bouncing off the rev limiter at that kind of speed. So yeah, we managed a time of 1 minute 45.072 in our first lap there, which yeah is pretty slow, as is kind of predicted, considering what this car is, what it's not capable of doing, i.e. staying upright. Really struggles for grip as well. Those rear tyres are not particularly wide. Obviously they are 50 years old, so they're not going to have the best grip to start with. And add in all of that power and the wet conditions, and yeah, it's no surprise that it's struggling. Brakes, even though they are pretty poor, especially given you've got less braking power having only one wheel up front, it's reasonable considering what we're doing with this and the condition we're in, especially given how little it actually weighs. So we've not got that much momentum to slow down, weighing barely 1,000 pounds, which I think is actually heavier than standard, but due to the bigger engine that this has going on, but still not that much. You can feel it wobbling side to side as well when you get into speed. Oh dear. Wall savers. There we go. Well, despite that slow accident there, we still had a faster time of 1 minute 42.169. So not too bad there. Come on. Speed. Whoa. Yeah, you can feel the suspension trying to deal with this extra power, and it's just not able to whatsoever. To remember that this car could, I don't even think could do 80 miles an hour originally. So yeah, we're going faster in terms of acceleration, we've got more power, we've got greater speed, all the while the tyres and brakes and suspension are no different whatsoever. Oh dear. Trying there. Didn't quite get over though. The way the front end is designed does sometimes help in keeping it upright. Oh, 112 miles an hour down there, that's the fastest we've had this car. Will that result in a faster time though? Yes it will, I think we just got under 1 minute 40 there. So yeah, by no means the quickest car that we've had on this series by any means, but with a fastest lap time of 1 minute, what, 39.583, that's still a reasonable, you know, time. But to put it in context, that's, yeah, pretty much 20 seconds slower than the DeLorean from the previous episode. And yeah, a good 11 or so seconds slower than the Oldsmobile, about 7 seconds slower than the Ruling, and a good 15 seconds slower than the Ford Super Duty. So yeah, surprisingly quite close to the Ruling, given that that car had 4 wheels, but I think that's just because we weren't able to use all of the power, so we weren't sliding around or having a lot of oversteer, but still, obviously it was trying to fall over, so yeah, at the end of the day that is going to slow it down, but still, could have been a lot worse. Nonetheless though, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!